Hey CrossFit Federal Way family, it's Tuesday, and in the middle of all of this stuff that's going on, here is our at-home workout for today. So, today's workout kicks off with a 15-minute AMRAP. It's going to be 5 handstand push-ups, 10 broad jumps, 10 pistols alternating sides, 15 mountain climbers, and 20 double unders if you have a jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope today, by all means sub in some jumping jacks instead, just to help spike that heart rate a little bit. So we're going to spend 15 minutes doing as many rounds and reps as possible as we can here. As soon as that timer goes off and 15 minutes is over, we have a 7-minute rest. As soon as that 7-minute rest is over, we're going straight into 4 rounds of some core work. So 4 rounds for time of 15 V-ups, 30 bicycle crunches, and a 45-second plank hold. So, and when we're done with this, our score today will be twofold. It's going to be your rounds and reps from the first 15 minutes, and then your total time, including that 15-minute AMRAP that it takes you to finish those 4 rounds. So total time, keep a running clock going on this one, guys. And then we will post our scores and see who finishes. So let's talk a little bit about some movement standards and some scale options. If you guys want to follow me this way, let's go talk about some handstand push-ups. So, being that most of us are at home, finding a wall to do handstand push-ups on might be a little bit challenging, or you may not have a place where you really want to kick up aggressively because you're worried about damaging something or whatever. So be mindful of that stuff. I'll go over scale options here in just a second, but when we're talking handstand push-ups, what we want to think about is making sure that we hit full extension at the top. So when I kick up against the wall, my heels are the only thing against the wall. I'm going to bring my head down to the floor, and then with a big, you can kip these or you can do them strict, but either with a kip or a strict handstand push-up, I'm going to come back up and send my head back through my arms at the top, making sure that, again, my heels are the only thing touching the wall at the top of each rep. So, if I'm going to scale handstand push-ups today, I can do one of 2 things. Either do some wall walks, which wall walks, again, I'm going to start belly down on the ground. I'm going to push up and walk my feet up the wall, walk myself back towards the wall till my chest touches the wall, and then walk all the way down back to that push-up start position. If I want to do or simulate handstand push-ups but don't want to kick up on a wall or don't have them yet, doing them from a piked position is going to be a good option for today. So, hands are down on the ground, hips are high above my shoulders. I'm going to bring my head down to the floor. They should be up towards my fingertips, and then back to full extension. If I'm trying to simulate that same extended position as that handstand push-up, I want to really think about at the top of each of these piked push-ups, really sending my head back and through my hands to simulate that same extension. So again, head should touch the floor every time, all the way right back up, send my head back through at the top. That's going to be our scaled options for our handstand push-ups today. The next thing on the list is broad jumps. When we're doing broad jumps, feet are going to be in about where your standard squat position is. And from here, I'm going to load my legs and try to jump forward as far as I can. So big, aggressive, give you one more good rep. Big, aggressive hip open, and land. We're doing 10 of those after our handstand push-ups. Pistols. So, pistols, alternating sides, it's a single leg squat. I'm going to make sure that when I'm coming down, that I still break parallel at the bottom of my pistol before coming all the way back up. And alternating left and right. So if I miss a rep on my left side, I need to repeat that pistol on my left side in order to keep counting up. If I can't do pistols, subbing in traditional air squats are totally okay. Or if I have access to a couch, a chair, a box, a bench, something that I can sit down onto, I can alternate side to side with that seat. So thinking about picking one foot up, coming down so my hips touch whatever my target is, and back up to full extension, making sure I'm standing all the way up before I put my other foot down on the ground. So same thing on the other side, and just alternating back and forth with those as a substitute for our pistols. So, and the next thing is mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, the way we're counting these is going to be that every Right and left is 1 rep. So if I'm doing 30, that's 1, 2, and so on and so forth, back and forth. I'm shooting to have my knee hit my elbow every single time and maintain that high plank position. And then with the double unders, guys, if I have a jump rope, and I am doing double unders, or singles for that matter, remember on these, you want to keep your elbows tucked into your body. So elbows nice and close. Hands are a little bit in the frontal plane of the body. If I'm looking straight ahead and I wiggle my fingers, I can see my hands moving in my peripheral vision. So that double under should be that the rotation is coming from my wrists and I'm not blocking out my arms and trying to get that rotation from the shoulder. So hence the elbows in. Relax your grip as much as you can and focus on that rotation at your wrist. So 20 double unders. That is the standards for our AMRAP. We go into that rest, and then we're going to go into the 4 rounds of our core work. So I want to go over those 3 movements. The V up is going to start on the ground. Hands are touching the floor, and my feet are touching the floor. I'm going to then try to bring my feet and my hands together at the top for a V up. For those of us that are way more flexible in your hamstrings, unlike me, you might have way prettier V-ups than myself. But that's the V-up. A bicycle crunch, also on the floor. We've all probably seen these, and it might have been a minute since we've done these. But I'm going to grab the back of my head, and I'm going to alternate which knee and elbow I'm bringing my legs together on each rep. So this one, we are counting each touch as 1 rep, unlike the mountain climbers where we had to do both sides. So from here, just thinking about a little bit of rotation and try and bring my elbows and my knees together as best I can. And then the last thing is going to be a standard plank hold. So this is going to be done on your elbows. If you have any elbow pain or anything else like that, doing it in a high plank or a push-up position is totally okay. But if I don't have any elbow pain or anything like that, elbows are going to be on the ground. I like to put my hands together. Toes on the floor. I'm squeezing my legs, I'm squeezing my butt. My hips and my shoulders should be about level. And I'm going to hold for 45 seconds every round for this core work. So that is all the standards for today's workout. Again, the intention behind this is try to just keep moving. Hang on for that 15 minutes. Give yourself a little bit of a break, and then let's attack that core and make sure we're getting into that, into our midline and working on maintaining or building more core strength. So that's what we're getting into today. I hope that you guys are having fun with these home workouts. I know that it's a challenging season, but more than anything, I couldn't thank any of you guys enough for just all of your support and everything as we go through this together. So that's what we're getting into, guys. It's Tuesday. We're almost to the halfway point. Let's get after it.